She ignores you. You feel that pit in your stomach, that emptiness that seems to suck away all your confidence. It's like you're a ghost, invisible, irrelevant. And you know what the worst part is? You're about to make the fatal mistake every man makes in this situation. A mistake that will not only push her away for good, but will destroy any chance you had of turning this game around. Pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you. Her ignorance is like a mirror, a cruel mirror that reflects exactly what's weakest inside you. Your insecurity, your desperation, your need for validation. And the more you try to break that mirror with texts, calls, and pathetic attempts to get attention, the stronger it becomes, and the more distorted your image gets. Do you think you're fighting for her? Wrong. You're fighting against yourself. Let me tell you something few men realize. When a woman ignores you, she's testing you. Not consciously, not on purpose. It's something biological, primitive. The female brain is programmed to filter out weak, insecure, needy men. It's a millennial psychological dance. And you, my friend, are dancing completely out of rhythm. Do you know what happens when you send that desperate text at 2 in the morning? You lose. You lose value, you lose respect, you lose attraction. Every attempt you make to force contact is like digging a deeper hole, and you keep digging, thinking that at some point you'll find gold. But all you find is more dirt, more frustration, more rejection. Now answer me this. How many times have you been through this? How many times have you felt this sense of powerlessness, of not knowing what to do, of being paralyzed between insisting or giving up? If you're watching this right now, you're probably going through this exact situation. I understand you. Truly. I've been exactly where you are now. But today, I'm going to reveal an ultra-rare secret to you. Something I discovered after more than a decade analyzing the psychology of attraction and helping thousands of men turn the game around. It's knowledge that almost no one applies because it goes against all your natural instincts. Let's get straight to the point. There are 5 crucial elements you need to understand and master when a woman ignores you. These are 5 pillars that will completely transform your approach, and, more importantly, will make her question why the heck she's ignoring you. First, the fatal mistake you make without realizing it. Your biggest mistake isn't what you do, it's when you do it. The moment she ignores you, your brain goes into panic mode. The amygdala, that primitive part of your brain responsible for fear, takes over. And do you know what it tells you to do? React. React fast. React strong. React desperately. You text. She doesn't reply. You send another. Then you call. Then you show up at places she frequents. Then you like all her photos on Instagram. It's a downward spiral of behaviors that scream one thing: desperation. Studies show that women can detect male desperation in a matter of seconds. It's like an internal radar that sets off red alarms. And when that alarm sounds, game over. You've gone from potential partner to just another needy guy in line. The fatal mistake is reacting in the heat of the moment. It's letting emotion dictate your actions. It's turning ignorance into pursuit. Does that make sense to you? Second, the transformative power of not reacting. Here's the secret few apply. When she ignores you, the best response is no response. Sounds contradictory? Let me explain the psychology behind it. When you don't react, you break the expected pattern. Every woman who ignores a man expects one of 2 reactions. Either he'll beg for attention or he'll get angry and go on the attack. These are predictable, boring, valueless responses. But what happens when you simply don't react? When you disappear from her radar? Something fascinating happens in the female brain. She starts to question, why isn't he reacting? Does he not want me anymore? Did he find someone else? Did I misjudge him? These questions create what we call a cognitive vacuum, a mental space that needs to be filled. And guess what she'll fill it with? Thoughts about you. Silence is a powerful weapon, more powerful than any elaborate message you could send. Silence communicates confidence, self-control, abundance. Silence says you have options, that you don't need her, that your life continues perfectly fine without her attention. Can you feel the difference? Third, the strategic focus on yourself. Now comes the part that will change everything. While she's ignoring you, you have a golden opportunity, an ultra-rare chance to exponentially increase your value. But most men waste this chance by staying home, dwelling on the situation, stalking social media profiles. Wake up, man. This is the moment for you to become a better version of yourself. Start at the gym, not tomorrow. Today, now. Pick up that phone, and instead of checking if she viewed your stories, book an appointment with a personal trainer. High testosterone changes your posture, your voice, your presence. Women sense this from a mile away. It's biological, primitive, undeniable. Then comes the professional aspect. That project you've been putting off, that business idea, that course you wanted to take. It's now. When you're focused on building something bigger than yourself, something important, you emanate a different energy. An energy of purpose, of mission, of a man who has direction in life. And there's more. Social life. Go out with your friends. Meet new people. Go to different places. Post stories having fun. But not for her to see. Post, because you're genuinely living an interesting life. The difference is subtle, but crucial. Do you know what happens when you do this? You stop being the guy she ignored and start being the guy she lost. It's a complete shift in narrative. Are you following along? Fourth, the subtle signs you need to decipher. Not all ignorance is equal. There's strategic ignorance, and there's genuine disinterest. You need to learn the difference or you'll waste energy on the wrong woman. Strategic ignorance has specific patterns. She views your stories but doesn't reply to messages. She disappears for days and comes back with a vague excuse. She ignores you on WhatsApp but likes your photos on Instagram. These are deliberate mixed signals. It's the feminine game of push and pull, of creating tension, of testing your value. Genuine disinterest, on the other hand, is different. She doesn't view anything. She doesn't interact at all. When you meet in person, she's polite but distant. There's no energy, no tension, no nothing. It's a complete void. Knowing how to identify this difference is crucial. With strategic ignorance, you have room to maneuver. With genuine disinterest, you need to accept it and move on. Insisting on genuine disinterest isn't persistence, it's harassment. Pay attention to an important detail. Women who practice strategic ignorance always leave a door ajar. There's always a small sign, a loophole, a possibility. It might be subtle, almost imperceptible, but it's there. You just need to train your internal radar to pick up these signals. Does this difference make sense? Fifth, the strategic action that changes the game. After you've given space, focused on yourself, and identified the signs, the moment for strategic action arrives. But pay attention. This isn't about sending a text asking to talk. It's not about declarations. It's about creating an opportunity for natural reconnection. The secret is to appear on her radar indirectly. You go to an event where you know she'll be, but you don't go for her. You go because the event is interesting to you. You post something related to a common interest, but you don't tag her. You create situations where the reunion seems like a coincidence, not a pursuit. And when that moment arrives, and it will if you follow the process, your approach needs to be different. No mentioning the past, no accusations, no drama. You interact as if nothing happened, but with a crucial difference. You are different, more confident, more interesting, more valuable. She will notice. Women always notice changes in men, and this perception will create what I call attractive dissonance. The guy she ignored no longer exists. In his place is someone new, someone she doesn't fully know, someone who sparks curiosity. It's at this moment that the game turns. It's when she starts to wonder if she made a mistake. It's when her ignorance transforms into renewed interest. Can you visualize this happening? Now, let me anticipate your biggest objection. You're probably thinking, but if I don't do anything, she'll think I'm not interested and will look for someone else. Wrong. Completely wrong. Women don't operate on linear male logic. Genuine disinterest. Not feigned, but genuine, is magnetic to them. When you are truly living your life, building your personal empire, having fun without needing her, you become a challenge. And women are biologically programmed to value challenges. Desperation, on the other hand, is repellent. Every unanswered message, every failed attempt at contact, every display of neediness decreases your value exponentially. It's simple, Relational math. Remember that time you met a woman who showed too much interest, too quickly? How did you feel? You probably lost interest. It's the same dynamic, just inverted. You need to understand a fundamental truth about feminine attraction. Women are not attracted to what you do for them. They are attracted to who you are despite them. A man who has his life under control, who has purpose, who has options, who doesn't crumble when ignored. Let me give you a simple framework you'll never forget. The inverted attraction triangle. Space. You give space to her and to yourself. Space to breathe, to think, to miss. Space is the oxygen of relationships. Without it, everything suffocates and dies. Value. You constantly increase your value. Not for her, for yourself. Gym, career, hobbies, experiences. Every day, you wake up 1% better than yesterday. In a month, you're 30% better. In 3 months, you're unrecognizable. Purpose. You live with a goal greater than getting female attention. Whether it's building a business, mastering a skill, making a difference in the world. Women are attracted to men on a mission. It's impossible to ignore a man who ignores you because he's too busy changing the world. These 3 elements together create an irresistible gravitational force. You stop chasing and create the conditions for them to chase you. Now, I'm going to tell you something almost no one realizes. Female ignorance is often an unconscious test. The female brain needs to be sure you're strong enough to handle adversity. If you crumble with a simple ignored message, how will you protect her and your children in real situations of danger? This comes from millions of years of evolution. It's not something they decide to do. It's something that happens automatically, instinctively. And the only way to pass this test is by not playing their game. It's by creating your own game. Think about it. Every guy she ignored reacted the same way. Desperation, anger, or both. You're going to be different. You're going to be the only one who didn't follow the script. And that, my friend, is pure power. But there's a crucial detail you need to understand. Timing is everything. If you act too soon, it looks like desperation. If you wait too long, you lose momentum. The ideal point is when you genuinely no longer need her. When you're doing so well, so focused, so fulfilled, that she would just be a bonus in your life, not a necessity. It's at this moment that you have maximum attractive power. It's when your energy is at its peak. It's when you can choose whether you want her back or if you prefer the new options that have emerged while you were developing yourself. Because yes, new options will emerge. When you stop chasing one and start building yourself, others notice. It's a universal law. Abundance attracts abundance. Scarcity attracts more scarcity. So answer me. Do you prefer to continue in the vicious cycle of ignorance, desperation, and rejection, or are you ready to break this pattern once and for all? The choice is yours. But let me warn you about something. Every day you postpone this change is a lost day. A day where you could be building, growing, becoming a magnet instead of a repellent. Time doesn't turn back. Opportunities pass. And while you remain paralyzed, other men who understood the game are out there living the life you want. I'm not saying this to pressure you. I'm saying it because I genuinely care about your transformation. Because I've seen hundreds of men turn the game around using exactly these strategies. Men who today choose instead of beg, who are pursued instead of pursuing. The truth is, her ignorance might be the best thing that ever happened to you. It could be the wake-up call you needed to stop being mediocre and start being exceptional. It could be the catalyst for your total transformation. But only if you use it to your advantage. Only if you stop seeing it as rejection and start seeing it as an opportunity. Only if you understand that the problem was never her. The problem was always your reaction to her. So here's my final advice. For the next 30 days, completely forget about her. Delete her number. Archive your conversations. Stop checking her social media. And obsessively focus on yourself. Gym every day. Work with double intensity. Active social life. New hobbies. New places. New people. Live as if she never existed. Not out of anger, not out of revenge, but out of self-love. And after those 30 days, when you look in the mirror, you won't recognize the guy looking back. It will be someone stronger, more confident, more valuable. Someone who doesn't beg for attention because he knows his worth. Someone who doesn't chase because he is chased. And if she comes back, and there's a strong chance she will when she feels your absence, you'll be able to choose, not from a place of need, but from abundance. Not as the desperate guy she ignored, but as the high-value man you've become. This is true power. This is true victory. It's not about getting her back. It's about not needing her back. It's about being so well, so complete, so fulfilled, that her presence would just be the cherry on top, not the whole cake. Remember that mirror metaphor I mentioned at the beginning? When you change what's reflecting, when you stop showing insecurity and start reflecting confidence, the mirror can no longer ignore you. It's forced to show the new image. She's forced to see the new you. And this new you doesn't beg for attention. This new you creates attraction naturally, magnetically, irresistibly. This new you doesn't ask what to do when a woman ignores you, because this new you is impossible to ignore. Now, before you leave here and continue doing the same old thing, let me ask you for one thing. Like this video now, not later, now. Share it with that friend of yours who urgently needs to hear this. And subscribe to the channel if you want more content that truly transforms instead of just entertains. Do it now, before you forget, before your mind convinces you that you can put it off until later. Because change begins with immediate action, not with endless procrastination. And always remember this: her ignorance isn't the end. It's the beginning of your transformation, your evolution, your journey to become the man you were born to be. A man who doesn't chase, a man who attracts, a man who chooses. The mirror is waiting to reflect the new you. The question is, are you ready to change the image,